What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with the review for Abbott Elementary Season 2, Episode 10. Holiday Hookah is the title of the episode, you guys. So, before we go ahead and get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel, and you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so by subscribing. Do me that favor by stop taking me out on this date. And do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning your post notifications on, and sharing said video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Abbott Elementary, shall we? All right, guys, this episode was a really good one. It was funny, but it wasn't as funny as the previous episodes have been. Actually, there were some parts of this episode that was hilarious. So we hear people, we hear the kids singing, right? So Janine went where they were. I think they were in the library, and Zach is there. And you guys know Zach is Jacob's boyfriend, right? So she was like, "What are you doing here?" And Jacob was like, "He's not going to respond to you unless it's in the form of a song." So she asked him, and he told her, and he made a whole song out of it, right? So Jacob told him, yeah, him and his family takes Carolyn very seriously. He was like, "Yep." Because his grandmother had throat surgery last year, and they put her on bail duty. I was like, damn. So Zach is going to go home with his family, right? And, Jenny's like, "Why don't you go home?" He's like, "I don't want to be reduced to bail duty." And then poor Jacob started singing. I was like, "Ooh, Jacob, it's a nobody. We see why you don't participate. Love you, Jacob, but we see why you don't participate." So this is the last day of school before the holiday break. And I love the fact that Janine in her classroom, she was inclusive of everyone's, religious beliefs, right? If you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, I didn't see anything for Kwanzaa, but I don't know if you celebrate Christmas, but I'm pretty sure she's inclusive. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Even one of her students is a Jehovah's Witness, and you guys know that Jehovah's Witness, they don't celebrate the holidays, right? So Janine lets us know that, she and Erica, they're going to be going out for the night. They're going to be going to a hookah bar, right? And, Erica's going to straighten her hair out. And, she might even hook up with someone. I was like, oh, God, Janine, that was terrible. So, and then she says, she's going to go get her hoe on. Erica's words, not mine. I'm like, wow. But it's nice to see that Janine, girl, get out. How long has it been since you and Tariq broke up? Girl, live your life. And I think that's what Eric is there to do. Just help Janine just live. Be free. Have fun. That's all I want for my girl Janine, is just to have fun. But let's pause here and let's move forward. All right, you guys. So we see Ava. So Ava comes in and she is dressed as Santa Claus, right? Before that, we actually had Mr. Johnson up there talking. I was like, y'all know Mr. Johnson is Bob Cratchit. So they're doing a gift giveaway, right? And Ava says she only rewards those who are naughty. And she talks to Gregory. I'm like, girl, Ava gonna always find a way to hit on Gregory. So they had a $25 gift minimum, right? So Janine went first. So Janine had made this sculpture of Mr. Johnson's head, because he said when he was a nude model, they never gave him any of his work. She said, but it's just the upper part of you, not the lower part of you, right? So then Mr. Johnson gave Melissa some Cowboys bobblehead so that she can destroy it at her own way she wants to do. She's like, my blowtorch. I was like, damn, Melissa, what do you have in your home? Like, I know we went to Melissa's home, but girl, Melissa just does a lot. Melissa is scary. The mob. So then Jacob, he got a gift for Barbara, and it's a poinsettia. So Barbara's going to use it, I guess, as a centerpiece for this dinner that she and Barbara and Melissa have, right? And Jacob was like, oh, you guys had it last year, but me and Zach had left. They were like, when are you guys leaving this time? He's like, oh, I'm not going with them. And they ignored him, basically, right? So what they do is on the last day of school, they bring in food and wine. I was like, okay, that sounds pretty fun. So Ava put her name in the hat multiple times, thinking, she knew somebody was gonna give her a crappy gift. So Gregory had her name. I believe Barbara had her name, and I think Melissa. And so Gregory gave her a gift, and it was like a $17 gift card. She's like, Gregory, I didn't expect your gift to be crap. I mean, the man just really said he thought that the $25 was the maximum. The maximum, Gregory? A maximum of $25? That's very cheap. But okay, Gregory. That's very cheap, though. So, we see as, everybody's at the party. So, Janine is getting ready to leave, right? And Greg was like, you're leaving? She was like, yeah, she and Erica, she told him that she and Erica were going out. And, he was like, you don't want to see Barbara, see how much punch before Barbara, Barbara starts to try to, dance and whatever. So, we find out that Barbara had invited Gregory to the dinner that she and Melissa had. And Mr. Johnson was there as well, right? So, let me back up just a minute, I forgot to mention something. So, like I told you, Gregory stopped Janine. He asked Janine, she was leaving. She said, yeah, she's going out. And he said that he was going out too as well. I was like, y'all gonna be at the same hookah bar. Mark my words. But let's pause here and let's move forward, you guys. So, you guys, we see Erica and Janine at the hookah bar, right? Janine is a trip. So, Janine was like, so with the guys, how do we let them know that we're thirsty? Do we pant? I was like, you don't want to let anybody know that you're thirsty. And then Janine is just sitting up there bouncing, and Erica's like, girl, stop with the titty bouncing. So, like I told you guys, remember, Gregory said him and his friends were going out, right? Well, Gregory and his homeboy Maurice pulled up to the club, bar, right? Same bar that Janine was at. And who else is there? Ava's there. And Janine saw Ava, and Ava skipped the line. She's like, I don't talk to people on the line. And she walked right past Janine and Gregory. It was hilarious to me. Child, I think I heard my disc phone ringing. My phone on my computer. So then we see Janine. So Janine is in the club, right? Janine is just sitting on pins and needles. I'm like, girl, I've done this plenty of times. When I was in college and I worked with some of my coworkers, like we would go to the club, I'd be like, hey, what's up? Speak to them and have a good time, right? So, but Janine can't unwind because both Gregory and Ava there, right? So then we move over to Melissa, Jacob, Mr. Johnson, and Barbara. Oh my God. Jacob. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was created for a marketing ploy. Did he say he called somebody a racist. I don't know. I forgot who he called a racist. But Jacob was coming up with all kind of conspiracy theories. I'm like, oh, Jacob, you're ruining. And you can see that Melissa was getting upset. And I'm like, Jacob, you're basically ruining this for Melissa and for Barbara. And Melissa and Barbara eventually at one point got to the point where they were like, you know what, F it, we're out. So I want to pause here, you guys, and we're going to keep going. So we're going to pause here and move forward. So, you guys, after Melissa and Barbara left out, Mr. Johnson was in. It was just Jacob and Mr. Johnson still in there, right? So we're back at the club. So Gregory and his friend Maurice are at the bar, right? Gregory wants to go talk to Janine. Gregory tells him, don't do that. He wants to go talk to Ava. He says, I would advise against that. So he didn't, right? He's like, how about we don't talk to anybody that I work with, right? So then Gregory went over there to talk to Janine, and, she asked him about Amber. He says, oh, Amber's at home. Well, not my home, her home. I was like, you two are so awkward, right? So then he asked Janine to dance, right? I was like, oh, a dance? They got on the dance floor, and it was the most awkward dance I've ever saw in my life. I was like, what the is going on here, right? So Erica, at one point, she went over to where Janine was. She was like, girl, you are in here acting like you got a man at home, and you ain't got a man at home. Go and mingle. Like, she told her to turn that ass up. So then we move back over to Mr. Johnson. So Mr. Johnson is telling Jacob, like, this is something that Barbara and Melissa enjoy doing. And then here you come, just scrooging the place up. Like, you are like bringing the mood down. Like, this is something that they love to do, and then you're coming in here telling them all this negative stuff. So Jacob was like, he ran out. And he told Barbara and Melissa not to go anywhere, right? So they went back inside. So then we moved back over to the club, and at the club, Janine and Gregory, they're still being very awkward with each other, but at this point they started to dance with each other. And Ava looked over and she was like, my work husband is dancing with my work nemesis. So she told the bartender, pour me a cheap shot of your cheapest alcohol and give it to me, right? So I can spit it out. So she takes it and spits it. Hit me again. I was like, really, Ava? Okay, Ava. So let's pause here and wrap up the episode, you guys. So after Ava spit out her cheap alcohol, she went up to Gregory and Janine, right? And, she was talking to them. And, they were like, they both left out of the club, right? So we see Jacob. So Jacob went to a liquor store and he ran back to the school and he gave Melissa and Barbara some gifts. So he had some Yoo-hoo that was room temperature, some scratch offs and some other stuff, right? And Melissa won $3 on her scratch off. But he apologized to both of them, right? Because Jacob says that, he has terrible memories of Christmas, right? So he also called Zach and told Zach that he's going to come be with him, right? So moving back over to Gregory and Janine. So Gregory and Janine, they were outside of the club and it was about to happen, you guys. Gregory and Janine were about to go in for a kiss and his phone rang. And guess who it was? Amber. So Janine was like, if you want to go, because Amber said she was at a bar down like a few blocks away. She says, go be with her. I was like, girl, no. Yeah, I was about to lock lips. Like, no. So then after that, he left. Maurice came out and asked her, where did Gregory go? And she said he left, right? So then they started hitting it off. I'm like, this is what we're not about to do. Oh, you are all up on that curb. You do not know that you're on the, now you're on the side. Like, you are literally on the sidewalk. Baby, you are on the sidewalk. And now you're parked. You're parked on the sidewalk. Oh my God. You did not feel that your car went up? Okay. I'm dead. I'm dead. But where we at? So, like I said, Jacob, I already told you guys that Jacob's gonna go be with Zach. So Ava was leaving the club, right? And she was talking to Janine and she was like, where's your girl at? So Erica was over there with this dude and she was tonguing him down. So Ava told Janine that she and her boyfriend are going to another club and she's coming with them. Because, I mean, you look good and when is this going to happen again? I was like, well, damn, Ava, tell her how you really feel. And y'all, guess who Ava's boyfriend is? Andre Iguodala. I was like, what? She said she got a boyfriend. And me and Janine said, you got a boyfriend? She's like, you thought I was single? Yes. I mean, you flirt with Gregory. But hey, it is what it is, you guys. It was a good episode. So Abbott Elementary is going to be off until January. So we won't be doing Abbott Elementary reviews for a few weeks, you guys. Womp, womp, womp. But that was it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about it. I will see you guys in the next one. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your post notifications on and share the video. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys.